Alrighty. Here goes. Alright, we'll just skip time. First real job for the Western Star. Should be able to take care of it, no problem, but there's always the possibility that this becomes a massive pain in the butt just because it's a curtain side trailer. Those tend to be on the heavier side trailers. I think this is probably the best way to go. We avoid these stumps. And get down on the beach. Alright, let's take this slowly. I've done treks over this waterway before in a previous save, but I'm not sure I've ever used Western Star. I think I usually use a Pacific. It's pretty slippy though. Have quite enough clearance for us to be super comfortable. I'm kind of starting to float a little bit. Whatever. It looks like we're going to make it, no problem. Then we're going to cross over to the other side and start a different task that's down there. Sick. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do full delivery, most likely. Is there a gas station up there? It's a warehouse. I could go to Drummond's. Do a bit of poking around. Terrible idea. If I remember correctly, the last time I played this, which was granted a long time ago, back when around the game released, this was one of my favorite trucks for basically just general all-purpose use in Michigan. I remember getting stuck on that rock for like 20 minutes when hauling the big trailer across from Drummond's Blue Hall. Alright, well, I handled it like a champ. Maybe I should grab another one of these so that I have multiple. Why do I have to take this curtain side? I guess that's probably what this delivery is. Probably taking a curtain side up that slope. What are you doing? Oh, you're on a garbage can. Okay, I just have to take it up this slope. Jesus Christ. Trash can destroy my suspension over here. Okay, so hopefully this has enough torque to get us up the hill. We'll see. I don't know what I did it in last time. Might have been one of these. Might have been the Fleet Star. It was the Fleet Star, because I remember having a rough time with it just because of how heavy these curtain-sided trailers are. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being the Fleet Star, just because the Fleet Star has issues with lots of things. It's an alright truck. I don't have any serious issues with it, like I do the GMC and most of the other highway trucks. But it's definitely not quite as good as this one. Probably throw it into low gear here. Oh, never mind. I guess without diff lock, low gear is kind of useless. Okay, yeah, it's just as heavy as I remember it being. I'll go ahead and use the winch to help us get up some. Hopefully, as we get up the slope, the mud thins out a little bit. And that there aren't too many big rocks. But it should be alright. It's a pretty cool screenshot. Fortunately, it looks like mud's not really clearing up. I probably did this task in this truck last time. I don't think the Fleet Star would have been able to haul it up this hill. This thing is struggling enough as it is. Alright, looks like we finally hit harder grounds. Whoa there, buddy. I think I can hook my wheel on that. There we go. Dude, having no diff lock is hurting. Oh, we don't want to do that. Alright, let's put the handbrake on. Maybe we can connect. Nope. Let's pull the front around. Okay. Looks like we just needed to get into slightly more solid ground. This hill is way too damn steep. Come on. You've got this truck. There we go. Come on. Interesting. Come on, just need to reach that tree. Let's go. Alright. Took like 6 minutes. But we're up the hill. Yo, what's up, miserable guy? Really? You've already passed the hardest part. You're just gonna get stuck in the mud like that. I am fighting a very, very heavy trailer uphill. I don't know why they had to make this trailer so obscenely heavy. But it's really quite something. Now I have to take it all the way down the mountain. Probably gonna run out of fuel. So we'll have to send out something to refuel. Good thing I repaired that bridge before doing this, guys. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can make it. Got, what, 10 minutes to go down the paved road? For run out of fuel? I think that might be possible. Alright, well, as long as I don't crash it, I might actually make it in time. Without cheating and using the trailer store to get fuel for free. What have you been playing recently, miserable guy? What caused that? It's just, I guess they're just tiny rocks in the road. There is a path that kind of goes straight down here. I don't think I risk it. The two main games you've been playing. Oh, wait, you've been playing SnowRunner? Sick. I didn't know you played. What do you think of it? Ten out of 10 bridge driving right there. Oh, it's absolutely addicting. I have no idea what about it makes it so fun. I think it's the planning and kind of like, oh, you know, you want to do X, but yeah, the DLC are pretty cool. I've got the first set. Yeah, I have up to season 4, and depending on how much I play, in the next week, I'll probably buy the next season as well. I've been looking for someone to play multiplayer with. To join me on my main file. So if that's something you would like to do, then we could set it up. Also, do you know how multiplayer works in regards to saving player progress? Like, if two people have a save file together. Oh, I'm on PC, so it wouldn't work anyway. Damn, my suspension's taking a beating. I think I'm gonna need to send a scout to repair and refuel. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it. Or actually, you know what? I could use the Chevy Kodiak as a repair truck and repair and refuel truck. Because I have that and I'm not using it for anything. Could be useful. I think only the hosts. Parts saved by the host unless they somehow play together. All of my maxed out vehicles I can use. Oh, gotcha. The server ends non-host vehicles. Gotcha. So people use their own vehicles, but map progress is only saved by the host. I think that makes sense. Well, the only logical outcomes were either... Yeah. Oh, you know what? It looks like I'm actually gonna make it. Wow, this is a hell of a truck. It's done 2 curtain side jobs and a bridge repair on 1 tank of gas and no refueling. Or on no repairing. Yeah, this is gonna make it all the way to the warehouse. Damn. Use the white Western Star. It's pretty good. So yeah, just like that. Made it to the warehouse. 270 XP too, it's kind of nice. Alright, so... Is there a gas station or do I have to make it back to the garage? Looks like I'm going to have to go back to the garage. We'll see if I can make it in 3 minutes. Or if I'm going to break down right outside the garage. Oh, I overshot where I was supposed to leave. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I'm assuming it was fun because I can't imagine co-op in this game not being a blast. And hopefully save a little bit of fuel and turn off all-wheel drive. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna do a hardcore save at some points, in which you can't do that. And so I'm trying to, and also I don't know, it just seems a little iffy. Like I'll buy a trailer to take it on a trip, refuel, and then sell the trailer later. But I'm not just gonna use trailer parks at the gas station in that manner. Alright. It was fun with friends at the time I was carrying it out. They would go through mud like it was nothing and get stuck instantly. That's so valid. If you don't have a good fleet, your fleet is more or less scaled to the area that you're in. Like they don't give you really good like Russian heavy haulers right at the start of the game. They give you, you know, American on-road and off-road trucks. And unlike the American heavy haulers either, it's just, you know, your basic on-road trucks. Like this one. Although this one's starting to get into the realm of, like, a little bit more powerful. Alright, well, I think I can make it up the hill in time. I think we're going to pull the Chevy Kodiak out of the garage. I'm going to sell the Lodestar and the GMC, I think. Well, we'll pull the Chevy Kodiak out and maybe use it as a repair and refueling truck. Alright, yeah, I guess. Alright, so let's go to the garage. Truck storage. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sell the Scout 800, sell the GMC, sell the TransStar. I'm just keeping these in storage for now. I don't want to sell them until like the money that I have doesn't, because like these trucks are way too strong. They're DLC ones. I'm probably just gonna keep them in storage until they're either relevant or I'll just gonna sell them. I guess the question is, I'll probably sell the other Chevy. My one Chevy is good enough. The question is, do I guess I can sell the Kodiak and then I can buy a more useful truck. So yeah, these are heavy duty as opposed to heavy or off-road. Alright. There's the Western Star Twin Steer, Pacific P12, Kalaba. P12's a really good truck. P16's good as well. 512F. You know what? We could just get a Paystar. Or an AMK. Let's get a Paystar. Alright, customize, paint colors. Alright, so engine, one engine, no gearbox options yet. What really helps is your buddy's goal is to speedrun getting me the Taiga. Yeah. I'm trying not to get anything that's too strong at the moment. Alright, so what we're probably gonna do is we're probably gonna get this, the maintenance frame add-on. I am. Yeah. We'll go ahead and get... Because the fuel tank's not enough. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get the maintenance frame add-on. Am I not allowed to change the color of the maintenance frame? That sucks. I was playing and I accidentally fucking used the water tank to the fuel tank. Why can't that refuel? That's... Yep, that checks out. Alright. Got a maintenance truck now. Definitely a lot better than the Kodiak, that's for sure. I forgot how tippy this stupid thing was. You know, maybe it's best if I just buy another Western Star. Just make my whole fleet Western Stars. 'Cause I forgot that this thing was like super tippy. Yeah, I'll just make a fleet of Western Stars. Rather, the handbrake is on. Stop. Alright. No. Then repair. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. No, we'll keep it for the time being. If I ever roll it, then Western Star it is. Take that. Actually, I'm kind of at the point where I have tons of money, so I think I'm just gonna sell the DLC trucks. All right. Western Star. Turn on its lights. Head back home. I guess I should also look at getting a second scout. The Lodestar is not bad. Let's go with the Lodestar. Do I get off-roads? I do not. Obviously, get the autonomous. Actually, I don't think this is going to roll very often. We'll get an advanced scout later, but I don't think I'm going to roll this, so I think I can get away with not having that. Fuel. Spare wheels and repair. I think I'm going to go with the service cab. I don't know. What do you think, Miserable Guy? Do we go pickup, bed, or service cab? I'm going to take service cab, I think. Because I can just take a scout fuel trailer. Ew. Why would I want a flame color? I'll make some custom paint jobs for the trucks later. So that they all match instead of just being some random shade of blue. And you know what? I guess I can, hold on. What trucks do you get for free in the world? Alright, looks like we'll get a P12 for saddle low. And we can get a P16 for saddle high. Because that's the twin steer. Where's the P12? Or P16, yeah. So it's the log carrier and then saddle high. Versus the P12. Which can do everything, actually. Damn. Medium logging frame, short logging frame. Oh, can the P12 not get saddle low? That stinks. You know what? Maybe my maybe a P12 can be my maintenance frame. P12 might be a little overkill at the moment anyway. I do need a saddle low truck. Yeah. Hold on. You know, let's just get another, or I could get this. Does this have saddle low? It does. Active. Interesting. Alright, yeah, let's get this guy. Alright, so currently we have 2 scouts. P16 is probably going to be my saddle high truck. Alright, we got crane, regular hauler, recovery truck, and you're going to be my saddle low. And this guy has some fucking enormous tires. 51 inches. It's crazy. Hella snorkel, too. I like those. And then gotta make it blue. Alright. Got a little bit of a fleet going now. Alright, so take this guy out. Go ahead, just skip through. Alright, what are we gonna do? Service spare parts. Alright, let's go clear out this rockfall. I think the next thing to replace will probably be the Fleet Star. Actually, part of me does kind of just want to make a fleet of Western Stars. We'll see how the other trucks do, and I will replace them with more capable trucks if I decide that they are insufficient at the jobs that I'm making them do. Oh shit, I don't have YouTube chat pulled up. Thankfully, no one's watching. But still, it's bad practice. Alright, now I got YouTube chat. Say hi, YouTube chat. I might get rid of the Lodestar. Or, I feel like the Lodestar is probably more suited to Alaska than here. I'm not sure. We'll see if I have any need for it. Damn, this is a hell of a mud pit. I don't know what, Miserable Guy, I don't know what to do with my fleets. Alright, lost bags. Vehicle spare parts. Alright, guess we're doing this one. I'm starting to have doubts of the Fleet Star's ability to be a crane truck. On my old profile, I used the Paystar as a crane truck back on Xbox. But that thing was so tippy when I used it as a crane truck that I'm probably not going to use it as a crane truck this time around. But at the same time, I don't know if the Western Star will be suitable either. At some point, I'll probably just get some more... I'll be able to just get some more heavy-duty trucks. Be able to use for most tasks, but for now I'm using mid-size. Actually, wait a second. This said there was vehicle spare parts in this guy, right? What else is on that flatbed trailer? No, it's just 2 vehicle spare parts. Alright, yeah, we'll just grab one from the factory up here. And then take it over. It's a bit of a drive. Bing, bing, bing. What? Remove cargo. Don't need service spare parts. I need vehicle spare parts. Move cargo. Off we go to Bill's house. Miserable guy, so have you played up through Season 8? Oh, no, that is not working. Yeah, okay, so here, 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 here. Or have you just done, like, base game stuff? Wait a second. I'm remembering something. That route sucks. We want to go this way. Because this route sucks less. I'm supposed to take this path. Alright. Alright, let's see how this goes. I wonder if this is more intended for a scout to be done. Or to be done with a scout. Easy peasy. So much easier when you're not pulling a curtain side trailer and trying to come up slope like this. Although I will say, as nice as this truck is, getting it out of the place it was stuck in with the Fleet Star was awful. It took me legit an hour and a half to pull it up a short hill. Just because there was like a weird bend and a rock. And what I ended up having to do is I ended up having to bring an extra truck down to refuel and fix the Western Star, as well as having to take another truck to winch while I towed with the Fleet Star. Because it's stuck down here. And right here is a rock that stinks. And this slope right here is just a little bit too steep. Scout fuel carrier. Alright, well, that's going to be done with the Lodestar, most likely. Store that? I think I can get the A&K or whatever it is down there. I just gotta take this route. That's gonna be done with the Chevy. That's gonna be... Why does it want to truck a crane? Interesting. Ah, because there's one right there, but you can also get it from the warehouse. Well, we need the fleet start of that. Oh boy. That's gonna be a bit of a haul. Gonna maybe pay star. Consumables. This we'll go ahead and do this now. Since we're close. Wait, why is there still a thing right there? Weird. Alright, let's go pick up some consumables from the farm. What am I stuck on? Tree stump. Plastic. Alright. Down the hill we go. Got the first gear. Back through the mud pits. Alright. You know what? I've actually taken this path with the Western Star that wasn't bad. So we'll go ahead and just shimmy on over there. It's the fastest routes. The only thing I have to be careful of is some bridges over here that I can definitely tip on. I'm not careful. Right, okay. Yeah, these ones. It's pretty easy to fall off. Miserable guy, have you tried out Roadcraft? Fuck, dude. See, that's what I mean. Alright. With the lodestar. Wait a second. I realized that I dropped cargo. I'm gonna need the fleet star. I'm gonna want to pick up that cargo. Literally talking about how easy it is to tip on those bridges. Alright, you're getting sold. We're gonna buy another Western Star. Customize. Alright, off we go. Fix my fuck-ups. Actually, having this down here is a good thing, so I'm not complaining, because we have to take that concrete slab over. Sorry, fence. Sorry, trees. The only downside with the Western Star is that in this configuration it actually can't tow trailers. However, typically in this configuration I'm not towing trailers, so I'm not as concerned about it. Alright. Super careful now. Alright, buddy. Time to get up. Hello, back. You know those bridges that I was talking about when I was driving over, that I needed to be careful not to tip on? Yeah, well, my ass tipped. And so... I was gonna bring the Fleet Star out to fix the problem, but guess what? The Fleet Star got stuck immediately. And so I sold the Fleet Star and got another Western Star. Because Fleet Star sucks, and this one doesn't. Doink. Door crane, parking brake, stop engine, change truck. Pack cargo. Off we go. Yeah, so, TLDR Fleet Star badge. It's only good in Black River, in my opinion. As soon as you can get the Western Star basically outshines it in every way. But I was asking, how many DLCs have you done? Or have you just done the base game? Because I've only ever played Michigan. I was almost completely done Michigan before I stopped playing on my Xbox. Like, I just had a tiny bit of stuff left to do in Drum and Dial. And then I was going to move on to Alaska, but... alas, here I am, doing Michigan once again, on my PC instead. But this time I think I'm going to stick with it for a lot longer. Done a little bit of everything, but not completed any, that's fair. Alright, then we can take the shortcut right here. Kind of surprised that they didn't just make a little path in through here. Like, this is Such an easy route to take. You don't get stuck on a tree stump. But yeah, have you also, the other question I asked is, have you played Roadcraft? Like, is that any good? Or Expeditions, for that matter? Given that I also have Expeditions on my radar. Roadcraft, the next game by the SnowRunner devs. Fair enough. Alright, now to bring the other Western Star over. We have a concrete slab to deliver. At some point, I'd like to get... I'm not following the path. I'd like to get both Expeditions and Roadcraft. I've heard Expeditions is starting to get alright now. But I think SnowRunner will probably always be my favorite. It's a really, really good game. Dude, the lights on this thing are really weak. Or maybe my brightness is just a little too low. But this is a sketchy path to be driving in the dark. You never know when your wheel's gonna just dig into the ground. Let's see if this truck, or if this crane doesn't have to pick up a concrete slab, because those are heavy as fuck. Alright. Rain go blur. Alright, let's see how heavy this makes me. Powder weight of B is not bad. It should be doable. Alright, off to Norton's house. Alright, what route do I want to take? Actually, I don't really have an option. It is basically just this route. I remember there's one part on this route that's sketchy because you kind of tip a little bit. I know I've tipped the pay star on this route, but I think this truck should be fine. Damn. Looking clean, game. If anyone's curious, this is what the game looks like without a shader. It's like super foggy and shit. Doesn't show any of the cool detail. But I use a reshade to get rid of all the weird fog. Although it still can get foggy normally, and visibility goes to shit, but it's not the filter fog. If I remember correctly, this is the sketchy part right here. Right up here. Yep. I have tipped a truck here before. And it was no bueno. I believe it was actually the pay star doing this very mission. My pay star with my green truck from my last playthrough. I'm hungry. Maybe I should get a pizza. Pizza sounds pretty good right now. About third. Yeah. Well, we can eat the pork more, but we don't have anything to go with it.
Yeah, first. I'm gonna. I feel like I can even go with it.
Fair enough.
What do you want?
The baked beans is fine.
I'm gonna. I put some in my ramen last night. It was really good.
It's not hungry enough.
I have to go eat bro.
Did you guys start having your ramen? Yeah.
You like the ones that aren't furry too?
No one uses fruit. Everyone used to get a bunch of.
Damn! I can look at this. Do you want me to go get baked beans?
Go for it. You can get pizza too.
I
McDonald's.
do not have one.
Hold up. I mean, we both have pork snack, but I was gonna do something for
Go to McDonald's.
What are we doing? Are we Domino's or are we having pork?
We're at McDonald's. So why did you think we were having pork?
Since you were saying talk about that pork.
I'll admit. Yeah. What? One more second to be practice. I'll admit. I'm just gonna get baked beans for pork for like tomorrow.
Figuring out what we were doing for dinner. You know my normal Domino's order, right?
I didn't know what you ordered.
No, I was just saying in case so that you could order whenever you whenever you were hungry. Okay. All right. Let's finish this delivery. All right. Let's go ahead and do that, and we can go ahead and go to our garage. And we can take the Paystar. I think. $630, that's gonna be enough. I should probably plan this route, so we'll go bop, 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 bop. BMC 9500. Yep, it's bouncy and tippy, just like I remember it. What do you think about the pace car, miserable guy? Looks like a truck. I don't know if you've used it or not. Man, this thing's a piece of junk. I was able to get through this pit with the Western Star with a proper load on it. Off-road truck my ass. There is a non-zero chance I sell this for another Western Star. He winched to get around the corner. Dude, this thing's trash. It's ass. Why am I driving it? I mean, is it coming across on screen the fact that this just isn't very good? It's getting. I'm like 95% sure I'm replacing this thing. and it'll be 100%, and I'll be 100% sure when the first time I tip it. Or the first one I get it stuck. One of the two. Maybe I'll get a P12 instead. I think I used the P12 for something. I don't remember what it was. But I remember it being good. You know, this is doing the water crossing alright, though. Not great, mind you, but it's doing it alright. Yeah. The P16's... I mean, the P16's really good, but it's... I like to use it as my saddle high truck, just because of its enormous weight capacity. I'm debating if I keep the twin steer or if I sell it, because I'm considering grabbing it early, but I don't know if I have any real use for it, because it's a cool truck, but I'm not sure. It's a little on the big end. I don't know. I think I might just keep it, just because it's kind of useful. Yeah, okay. Can't attach a trailer because of my bring that on. That doesn't surprise me too much. Well, you are Canadian after all, right? But yeah, no, Pacific trucks are really cool. Have you used the Pacific P512? Because there's 3 Pacific trucks in this game. Yeah. Hold on. Actually, I need to check to make sure I don't have these 2 running. P512PF. Oh, it's a DLC truck. Although it is one of the DLCs you own. You have to take a look at that? Go for it. I've heard it's decent. I don't like this junker. Although it's when when it's not going through like mud, like deep mud, it's not bad. Like this stuff would be irritating the other trucks, and it is taking it all right if it doesn't fucking flip. But there are lots of times where it's just like ass. I don't know, I guess I could take it to Island Lake. Over to the Twin Steer. See how it does. Alright, well, it made it. I could have swore it said 600. Boo. I'm just gonna recover. Alright, not awesome performance. I think we sell it.
Wait, did I use the wrong?
No, I wanted to make sure you were wearing something.
You wanna know what would be a big brain idea?
What's that?
We put some of that barbecue pork in the freezer and just like defrost it when we want to eat it. Because you know we make it last Monday.
Yeah, it's like a week old now. I can go for a little bit longer.
So you don't want me to freeze any of it?
Yeah, I guess you can freeze it. Put it in a bag, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna waste like our not so plentiful Tupperware supply.
Holy crane. You know what? Let's try out a Pacific P12. As my recovery truck. Damn. Don't get any good tires. That blue does not look good with the maintenance add-on. Yeah, let's see how the Pacific P12 does the trip. Holy bright lights. Well, it's not very fast. But hopefully it sucks a little less ass. Because it'd be a bit of a shame if I had to use Western Stars for everything. But the pay stars, not amazing. And that other truck that I briefly was going to get for Saddle Low just looks too tippy for me. Difficulties in deep mud, I can see that. But there's not a lot of, like, truly deep mud in this map. But I do need to find a settle low truck. I might just do a Western Star. Kinda wish the Pacific P12 got saddle low. Oh yeah, this is so much better than the K-Star. Plus, it feels nowhere near as tippy. Which was the biggest problem with the K-Star. Ooh, this is still an unhappy corner for a big truck. But I don't blame the K-Star for feeling tippy on that corner either. Oh hey, would you look at that? It didn't get stuck like the K-Star did. It's crazy. Plus, this has the large maintenance frame instead of the small one. Or the normal sized one, so... Get more stiff. Oh, look, the little hose flaps around. That's kind of neat. Apparently someone forgot to latch one of the cupboards. Alright, let's see how it handles the water crossing. Oh, let's get a little backup beat. The mirrors are a bit ridiculous, though. Out of the way, concrete blocks. I'll pick up you later. Always on diff lock helps a lot with the water crossing. Although honestly, the Paystar did the water crossing just fine. No real complaints in that for either truck. Certainly better than the Fleet Star. Oh no, are you stuck? I don't think I needed the winch for the Paystar. I guess I want. I guess I. Doesn't look like I'll need it because I'm not quite stuck. Just close to it. Oh well. I guess that's what you were saying with the Pacific and deep mud. Hopefully I can get some mud tires at some point. I think the stability of this truck is still a benefit over the Paystar, but it's unfortunate they got stuck in the water crossing. Yeah, well I don't have a P16, and also the P16 can't be has to tow a trailer if it wants to do something like that. And trailers have their own issues. To me, at that point, you might as well just tow a saddle trailer if you're gonna take it. If you're gonna be taking a trailer for the purpose of recovery or fuel. Like when I go to Drummond, my saddle low truck will almost certainly be taking a fuel trailer. So that I don't have to return to the garage in Drummond or Island Lake. Although, I might swap this van bot or this maintenance body out for a heavy crane and maintenance trailer. So it can be like a full recovery truck. Because the maintenance crane can pick up trucks that tip over. Find the antenna tower. I mean, I'm over here. I might as well give it a shot. Oh boy. Actually? Get banned, you fuck. Miserable guy, did you already get him? Hold on. Nice, thank you. Get fucked, nerd. The thing that confuses me is I don't get why they think I would want to bot my viewers. Like, there's genuinely no benefit. Yeah, they want money, but who's paying for it? Like, who's actually buying the bot viewers? But does anyone actually buy them, though? Fair enough. I don't know, for me at least, I'd never even remotely consider botting viewers, because I like streaming for, the communication, not to see number go up. Pacific P12 on a scout trail. Here we go. Hilariously, the Pacific P12 is also better on fuel than the Paystar, because I was down to half a tank after the Paystar's trip. Thick. Pancake. Alright, oil barrels. Chevy. Scouts. Crane. I guess the only thing left I could do is that. while I'm down here. I have enough fuel, I might as well give it a shot. Actually, wait, no, that's like... maybe. Hello. What?
Did I download was almost put a fast one on me. So so you know the deal is like $6.99.
For 2?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then so if you add garlic parmesan bread bites through that deal at $6.99, but if you add them without going through the deal, it's $4.99.
Of getting schmaz, as far as Domino's schmazes, that's on the lesser ends.
What Domino's schmaz have you had?
There was a time where we were going to get pizza and we were like, and they were going to try to charge us like $12 or something for it because we didn't apply the coupon correctly.
I see.
Look at that cake!
He's got booty cheeks.
It's caked up. Alright, let's go ahead and just go this way.
His butt makes me uncomfortable. Look at his butt. I don't know if I can see it now.
That's we're not gonna do it. Let's go around. Yeah. I was gonna do it, and then I'm like, Wait, I can just force my way through the trees? Shit, bro. Okay, I see you. It doesn't help that I'm on all-terrain tires either. But damn, this thing's kind of just going to town. Not even a half a tank of gas yet. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna keep this truck. I might make it into a crane with van body. And then get a saddle or something with a... either chained or mud tires, usually, yeah. Alright, so I need to get... I need to start preparing my fleets to travel to Island Lake. I think... I wonder... Is there any way I can get away with taking it up over the hill? I want to try. Because the thing's so light anyway. Not like I have to worry about the extra weight of dragons. And this guy should be able to make this climb no problem. Bro, look at the scale difference. That's so funny. Dude, this thing is a beast. Look at that. Just right fuck the way up. Alright. What's the plan now? I could try to go there. Or I go towards the quarry. I think I try to cross the river? Question mark? Or at the very least, I can, like, go along the river. Fuck off, tree. Like this. I don't mind getting stuck here because there's tons of trees. It's not like I'm gonna have any issues getting this Chevy out of the mud. Yeah? I have not printed my parking pass yet, no.
Can you send it to me? I was looking for first. Because I was gonna do the computer one.
For your computer?
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch your computer.
So... hold on. I'll just forward you the email.
Yeah.
Give me a second, nerds. Alright, forwarded it to your Gmail.
Huh?
Forwarded it to your Gmail.
Okay. Forward it to my school account. I don't have my Gmail on my computer. And I can't print from my phone very easily.
Aren't you printing using that?
Just send it to my school account.
Okay. You don't need to get angry.
You could have just said, yes, okay, I will send it to your other email.
Yes, well, I was confused as to why your main email account didn't work.
I don't have my Gmail account on my computer, Joe. I was going to print from my computer.
That?
No.
No. Backwards. There you go.
I believe so, yeah.
Alright. Well, taking it this way has turned a potentially long and frustrating job into a much less long and frustrating job. Bro, it weighs nothing. Goofy little Chevy's absolutely weightless. Just plowing trees over. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and meet up with the path up here. Yeah, no, this is a super capable truck. I'm going to keep this in my fleets. And it's going to be my crane recovery truck. Alright, now I just need to settle low, because the Pacific P-12, when I find it's going to be my settle high. I just need to figure out what to have as my settle low truck. Oh, that's not the delivery area. All right. Fuck yeah. That was easy as piss. Alright, I'm just gonna recover this since I could easily make it back. Customize. Uninstall cell. Big old crane. Huge ass crane. And then we'll get service trailer. Alright, here is my vehicle recovery truck. I'm gonna go ahead and recover both of these. You can't tow trailer. Ooh, I can get mud tires. Sick. Alright, we got a scout fuel trailer. Because that's all this bad boy needs. Honestly, this Chevy pickup's actually pretty nice. I've had absolutely no complaints with the Chevy pickups for light duty scouting. Alright. Now we're gonna need a saddle low fuel tanker truck. What's up, Bellman? Apparently the Paystar is actually a good saddle low truck. I guess all the extra weight and girth on the trailer actually helps a lot with all the problems. I can kind of see that. Yeah, alright, we'll use the Paystar for saddle low. I guess I've been just using it wrong. I guess I can see that, though. Customize, frame add-ons, saddle low. Thousand gallons of fuel. Alright, now I just gotta find the Pacific P16 and the twin steer, and I'll have a lineup of trucks. I might still get a Lodestar first. Actually, hold on, what are the other scout options right now? Chevy, Dawn, Lodestar, Scout 800s, and DLC guys. I think I'll probably just keep using the Chevy, to be honest. I don't want to use any Russian trucks in Michigan. I guess the question is alright, Crane, Scouts, Crane. We'll skip these for now, I think. Honestly, I think I might just go to Drummond. Start ferrying all the trucks to Drummond. Because I think the P16 has a saddle. Saddle high. Stock. If it doesn't, I can just drive it all the way out. Alright, so off to Drummond we go, I guess. I don't want to drive in the nights. Anyway, Bellman, what Chinese gamer are you talking about? And you could just play SnowRunner instead. It's on sale for $15. It's addicting and multiplayer. House of Legacy? Interesting. Never heard of it. I guess probably because it's brand new. Whoops. Okay, yeah, the all the weight on the back. What do you mean that would mean you need to drive trucks IRL in the wilderness? That's not how that works. Yeah, apparently all the weight in the back makes all the difference for the pay star. Who would have thought? Yeah, but that would mean I need to drive trucks in the wilderness like IRL, so no, again, I read it. Got the same thing out of it. Why does driving SnowRunner mean you'd have to drive trucks in the wilderness IRL? I know you're making a joke about how you're a soldier, but... Last I checked, House of Legacy's probably not a military shooter. Gotcha. Probably anime or something. I don't know what I have no idea what House Legacy is, so enlighten me. I'm just saying you might end up having fun. Plus, you could play with me. Something you haven't done since the days of my Warthlander addiction. I just like trying to convert people to the SnowRunner cult because I think it's a good game. This looks sick. Also, this trailer is fucking huge. I guess because it's 1,000 gallons. Wait a second. Why is this only 1,000 gallons of fuel? In this, I think the Scout's fuel trailer is like 200 gallons. and it's 100th of the size. What's up with that? I wonder how much this is supposed to be actually. If this is, chances are this holds less than it's supposed to, and the scalp holds more. Anyway, Bellman, I don't know if I asked, but how are you doing today? What have you been up to besides playing House of Legacy? That's good. Played some Snow, back to your Legacy. Good stuff. I'm probably going to be streaming primarily SnowRunner for a little bit, just because it's got me hooked at the moment, and I really like it. Although I do still want to do that Just Shapes and Beats stream that I had said I was going to do the other day before I ended up playing Helldivers. Because I do still want to finish that game. And I might do a Goat Simulator stream. Wrap up some of the main content in that game before I prepare for doing 100% later. So what is House of Legacy? Like, is it a gacha game, like Genshin Impact style, or is it more military, or what is it? can't wait to hit level like 15 or 16 because then I get to get all of the upgrades and all of the drip for my trucks and make them look how I want. I do kind of wish there was a bit more in the way of visual customization. Although maybe most people just do that with the advanced painting groups. So,
So,
look at my truck.
I'm having issues.
What's that?
Hmm?
What are your issues?
So the black ink is like printing perfectly, but the colors are spotty.
Gotcha. Well, thankfully we don't need colors.
Yes, but like when we do need them,
Yeah.
you know, you feel me?
I feel you.
You don't feel me.
I feel you a little bit.
Your hands are on your phone, so you can't feel me. You just laugh at that.
I did.
You don't look concerned.
Oh, right. I haven't scouted. Do I remember where to go? No. Oh, boy. Alright. You know what? I might just... set up shop here? I think we'll probably send a scout over next. Alright, so... I'll have to send the scout over and do the watchtowers. Finish your roleplay simulation with City Buddy. Interesting. Very neat. Alright, global map. Actually, maybe I should take the P12 and go to Drummond's. Or Island Lake. I think I take the P12, go to Island Lake. Or maybe... no, I take the Chevy to Island... Or, actually, you know what? What I can do is I can take the Chevy through Drummond's... Take all the way around Drummond's, and then I can go to Island Lake, take it all the way around the lake. Then I can take Pacific P12 to Island Lake to get the Twin Steer, and then take it over to Drummond's. Yeah. So I'm going to do most of the tasks in Drummond first, I think. Alright. Alright, Chevy. Off to Drummond Island. I could also buy back the second Chevy. Then just use 2 of them. Keep one of them in Drummond's. I could do the last 2 scout missions here. I don't know. Just doing tasks though. I'm gonna do the contracts at the end. Hi.
You know kissing?
You won.
Why only one?
Because I said 1.
Why not 2?
Because I said 1.
Yep. What? My lips are not lonely. Ow. They need at least 2.
Nope. You don't get to steal one. Bellman, help!
Are you sure?
I'm getting attacked by a nerd. Ah! Ellie, you should get SnowRunner so we can play it together.
But trying to advertise it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Can't make me. Bellman, you left me to die. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and take the scout trail. It starts here. So we can skip some little loops. So no suffocation, so everything's fine. You know what? Fair enough. Although I'm not sure a lot of suffocation would be happening on live stream. Or at least not this platform. Maybe on a kick it would happen. I feel like Kick's the kind of platform where someone could shoot somebody dead and only get banned for a week. The only platforms you'll see me on is YouTube and Twitch. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Holy shit. My suspension. Come on, Chevy. Such a winky little hill. You got this. Kind of weird, but I don't really watch Twitch much anymore. Back in like 2020, 21, I watched like tons of Twitch. Like every night I'd watch it. watching a couple of guys that I liked, but nowadays it's like I almost never watch. Only when my friends are live. All YouTube for me. Almost all the content I consume. I think it's mostly because I have to, like, when I'm watching Twitch, I like engage and whatnot, and so I can't be doing other things. Whereas YouTube, I'm always doing something else. I usually have it on my phone, resting up against my keyboard. I usually have other stuff on my second monitor. Because otherwise, if I needed to type something, I have to like tab out of whatever I'm doing. Fuck you, tree branches. Out of my way. Damn, this is a steep ass trail. I bet you this would be absolutely terrifying to drive up in real life. You know what? That's valid. I don't like driving up steep inclines in large vehicles. If it was like a sedan, then like, yeah, that's fine. But like, this is like a hella lifted pickup that's on bouncy suspension. Jesus Christ. Alright, you know what we're doing? We are going to stop over here. Repair. Sell that. Yes, you got a fuel carrier. Little cringe, but I'm tired of one little hit doing 3/4 of my suspension damage. This is what I get for being on a massive lift kit. Not sure there are any trucks in the game that can go 55 miles an hour, much less down a road like this. Alright, there's the big boy. There go brr. Alright, so guess we keep going forward down the road. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of bridges that got washed out in this map. But alright, there's the first tower. The bridge over there. Okay, good. This bridge isn't destroyed. We'd have had a problem if it was. Jesus, what the fuck? Physics, hello? You're gonna call into work today. Is physics called into work today? Fuck was that?
Bum, bum, bum.
Nice.
I want to make sure that I didn't accidentally show it on stream. I showed like
You showed it a little bit, but the resolution on my camera is not high enough that anyone could read it, most likely.
wait, hold on. I'll put my keys.
That works. I close that. How long until the pizza gets here?
I haven't ordered it yet.
Oh, okay. You were talked about how you almost got shikamaru, so I had assumed you'd ordered it.
No, I'm just. Where's your with the printer? Did you try to put it back in the box?
Yeah, probably. I don't really see us needing it in the foreseeable future. Or at least the immediate future. Task. Oh, it's a scout task. Maybe not. Okay, it is. Let's start tracking that. We'll be over there to get the watchtower anyway. Now we have mud tires. We should be able to make the water crossing without too much drama. My what? Sure. It's the only way I can go. Alright. Take the next right.
Are you hungry right now?
Yup. Are you hungry? Gotcha. You know, we're gonna go off-roading. Avoid some of that mud. Ooh, that's a lot of mud. Why am I talking about an EU country now? What do you mean I'm talking about an EU country? Just because it's muddy? You guys aren't the only ones that get mud. Hungry? Oh. Kinda hungry. I should eat some turkey. Truck. Doing truck stuff. Yeah. No, not green pepper. Send me the total after taking this little. Bellman, would you ever want to come to the US? Not for any like specific reason, just like in general. Or is the US that bad? Because I know tourism from countries abroad has dramatically dropped off recently. Well, it's not fast. But we did make the water crossing without any issues. You'll pass? Yeah, fair enough. I don't blame you. Alright, so there's mission there. Mission there. Mission there. I should probably stop by all of those at some points just to pick them up. Stupid trailer. Please don't roll, thank you. Thankfully, I do have an autonomous winch, so if I do roll, it's fine. But I'd rather not. Yo, big ass ship. Nope, don't fall off. Rolling, as long as there's a winch point nearby, is okay. Falling off, cliff face, not okay. All right. Well, I think I go here, take that route, and try to find this watchtower. Bum, 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 bum. Mm, 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 Out of curiosity, what parts of the U.S. do you want to see? And this thing's really just plowing through. Slowly but steadily. I think I might take a short detour through the trees just to start Cousin Cletus. I've been to the Grand Canyon. It's really awesome. It's way bigger than it looks in the pictures. Like, it looks big in the pictures, but it's, like, way bigger in person. Yellowstone's not anything crazy, in my opinion. However, if you're in Yellowstone, then you're pretty nearby to another national park called Glacier National Park, and Glacier National Park's really cool. So is Yosemite. I think of all the places that I want to go in the U.S., Yosemite National Park is probably the top one. There's a lot of cool places in North California. Alright, we're just gonna cut right back through the trees. From where I came. That probably would have been better, easier in first person. Refuel. Time to get rolling. Out of curiosity, what's the weird stuff that's you're talking about? It's interesting to learn about how, like, people's preconceptions of the U.S. is from outside the U.S. Or at least as a Democrat who lives in the North. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what the laws are in the U.S. I know you can't just go willy-nilly into like national parks and stuff. And obviously signposted private property is signposted private property. However, I'm not sure what the policies are for just like random woods. I know you can't just like go hunt wherever you the fuck you like, but I don't think if you just go wandering in the woods that you get in trouble. Or at least every time I've just gone wandering in random down like following like a stream or something, I've not gotten in trouble. But who knows? Typically, if something is not well signposted, so I can't verify that or not. It doesn't sound super implausible. However, or at least places that I live, people don't tend to just shoot someone. Like, if you're on someone's property and they know you're there, and you're just wandering around, exploring and whatnot, you're not typically going to get like shot. You'll get told to fuck off usually, but maybe it's different in southern states or western states. Yeah. So I don't believe it's legal. I think it's more along the lines of it doesn't get enforced very heavily. And, no, if you're on like someone's farm in the middle of the night and they see you and end up shooting you, and no one really cares, to my knowledge. And if you're in like Texas or something, I could be spouting on my ass, but like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. For my stream. I'm pretty sure I got a notification. Yeah, they are working. Dino sent a notification at 2:29. Yeah. It makes sense, but I don't know. For at least here, it's pretty much the idea is more or less, if you don't own it, just if you don't own it, if you or the government doesn't own it, then just stay off of other people's property. I don't think you should just be able to shoot whoever goes on your property if they are not threatening. I mean, if someone is being threatening, then yeah, if they pose a danger to you or your possessions, then yeah, you can chase them off with a gun. I don't think you should just shoot on sight and ask questions later. I think it's stupid. But as far as, someone who's clearly unarmed, not doing anything bad, I think anything more than just being like, hey, you're not supposed to be here, this is my private property, please leave. Anything more than that is ridiculous, in my opinion. Oh, that was my turn. Interesting. That's very interesting. I did not know that. I think the bigger reason why it's the case in the U.S. is because people are less well behaved than in other countries. We've got special folks here, and so typically, if someone is on your property in the middle of the night, let's say you have like a farm in Oklahoma or something, and if someone's on your property in the middle of the night, chances are they're up to no good and should be chased off. A lot of people will happily use other people's property to do illegal stuff. Just mud rust. Oh, yuck. I don't want to do that. Oh, cool, an upgrade. I think I'm just going to turn around and go back the other way. Get the other watchtowers. I know my neighbor in Maryland has had, I don't think he's done with guns, but he's had to chase people out of his property when they were, like, I think he said there were a group of kids that would go and do drugs on his property that he'd have to chase off. That sure is a picture. I'm not sure of what, though. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Refuel. Yes, steep hill. Didn't notice. Thank you. Sign. Letting me know. That bridge is out. I guess I'd have to take that water crossing. Oh. However, I am close to this upgrade, so let's go ahead and do that. Do we just send it? I think we can just send it. Fuck yeah. Ooh, Pacific P12 engine. Cool shit. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and drive over to the factory. Okay. Sent. Cool beans. Bellman, does Germany have civilian? Does Germany let civilians have guns? Not really. Fair enough. Not even for like hunting. What is that German word that you used? I mean, in the U.S., there's a limit on what as well, although there isn't really a limit on how many. Also, look at this chonker of a trailer. That fucker's a pain in the ass to move around. Not a fan. It's expensive to get a license. Gotcha. Gotcha. Sports shooting club. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, well, in the U.S., any guns stored at home do also have to follow those rules, to my knowledge. It might be different in some states, but in most states, any guns stored in the house have to be locked with the ammo in a separate safe. Now, a lot of people do not follow that, and it results in problems, lots of problems, but legally you do have to do that if you're at home. Now, if you're taking guns like in your putting them in your truck or whatnot to go on a trip, then obviously you don't have to lock up the guns and the ammo separately. Although I think you can also keep guns on display if they have if you don't have ammo for them that's not locked up. Yeah, no full auto is also the case here in the U.S. All right, the bridge is out. I forgot. What's up, Cupcake? Oh, good. I can cross right here. Probably. Yep. And that's why you get an autonomous winch on the Chevy. Nope, stop. Tipping over. You can do it. There we go. Interesting. Winch go butter, I guess. This is just a little bit cheeky. That works, I guess.
You're dual streaming?
Always.
Oh. I know it.
Man.
You're so clean.
Come on, trailer.
They rejected him.
Why did you have to tip over, you stupid trailer?
I think whatever's in this box is leaking, Joe.
Hmm?
So whatever's in this box is leaking.
Why do you think that?
Well,
Oh, that's a stain from where it was kept, not a current one. Ah! Alright. That was a bit of an ordeal. Need to get that bridge fixed ASAP. I guess while I'm over here, I should probably start Silent Observer. What's down here? Alright. Silent Observer. Alright, guess we're heading back over there. Since I didn't get this quest before I got the Watchtower. Actually, maybe it's time to call it quits. There's a trailer store. No, there isn't. Alright, we're gonna head back to Smithville. Here pretty soon, I think. Especially since I'm pretty sure it'll be easier to get the other 2 watchtowers from Island Lake anyway. But with what we have, we should be able to start working. Actually, you know what? I can leave the truck over there and... No, because I'm going to need to go to Island Lake first. I'll send a Western Star over here, most likely. To get some stuff done. Get some bridges put back together. But for now, I need to return to the garage. Okay, Star, you can stay there. And I'll probably finish streaming here pretty soon. Because I gotta eat. Drop off the trailer store and cover. Alright. Actually, hold on. I have a new engine for this thing. Apparently I do not have a new engine for this thing. I thought I did. Alright. And that's that. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. Don't think I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. I might be busy with other stuff, but I will be streaming more during the next week. I'm busy. I won't be streaming Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday for sure because I am working. But other than that, Thank you for being here. Go show Lady Aurora some love. She's awesome. And I will see y'all later. Bye, Bellman.